Welcome back to our channel Key to Band-Aid IELTS. Today we are here to tell you about speaking module in detail.
Hello, I am Gunveet
And I am Manjot Kaur.
and we are here to help you with the facts about speaking module.
So coming to the introduction about speaking module is one of the easiest module in which you can score bands very easily, because you just have to use your productive skills and you just have to let out what you think, and because the cue cards are very easy and you just have to let out. So
You have to generate ideas.
Yeah.
That yes, you have the capacity to generate ideas, to speak up fluently,
Yeah.
and to present a certain thing in an appropriate way.
Yeah. So let's just start with the introduction and what you should do, what you should not do while speaking.
Yes. So to start up, the first topic we want to cover is dress up. What exactly to wear while appearing in your speaking test. Many of the institutes says that it doesn't matters. The bands are not given on the basis of what you wear. But I believe that there is a very popular norm for it. First impression is the last impression. You need to wear a decent outfit while appearing in an exam. For men, for students, boys, it can be a formal shirt, a formal pant with a formal belt and shoes. That's it. You do not need to hype or wear any such fancy thing that attains or catches the attention of the examiner. You are right. Am I right, Manjot?
Yeah. Even though in some institutes, their teachers, they say to students that you can wear anything, right? They will judge you on the basis of what you speak or what matter you speak, but it never happens like that. It's not like that. You can't wear a tracksuit or a night suit on an interview, right? So you have to wear formal clothes because it represents that you're quite serious for this interview, right?
Yes, it will give an impression to the examiner who's sitting just in front of you that how serious are you about this interview or this IELTS exam. He will definitely had an impression about you in his or her brain about you while seeing how the way you look. Definitely, it will just spoil the aura of that interview. That will take the interview in another direction. So make sure you wear a decent outfit for your interview. For girls, actually, I must say that do not wear dresses that are too funky or fancy. A simple dress with 2-inch heel and a minimal accessory you can carry for the interview, that's enough, because definitely that will show the examiner that this girl is really serious about his interview and she really wants to score well, and she's trying hard for her interview. To cite an example, let's Manjot say if a person is ready like 200%, he or she is ready 200%, but he or she is not able to speak in the interview. Definitely, it will just spoil the interview. The examiner will have an impression that the way you look so good, and you are just unable to say things.
Yeah, it's look that you're showing off.
Yeah. It will just spoil your interview. So please wear minimal accessories like just a stud earrings that are not too fancy, a simple bracelet, and watches are not at all allowed in the exam.
Don't wear any bangles or something.
Yes, do not accessorize your neck as well. Just earrings are enough, and do not put a lot of makeup. Minimal makeup is enough for the day, and you just concentrate more on your ideas and presentation while appearing in the exam. Do not focus on what to wear and what fancy you need to take there in the examiner hall, exam room, and tell the examiner that yes, you have certain things in your wardrobe and you need to show that to him, right?
Yeah. So that was also all about wearing and dressing sense. Let's talk about round 1, round 2 and round 3. So round 1, as you know, is the introduction part. So in introduction, they cover various parts like where are you from, your hometown, what places you like to visit, what are your hobbies, the animals you like, the music you like, there are lot many things like they can cover, and the answers should be brief and spicy, right? They should be crisp. They should not be like boring or something like that. 1 to 2 line, that's enough. And one more thing.
Yes, while I appeared in my exam, the first question they say, what is your name? How may I address you? So the answer to this is not just the word, your name. Like my name is Gunveet, and for this question I may say my name is Gunveet. No, you may address me as Gunveet. This is an appropriate answer to the question he is asking you. So be very specific about what you are telling him. Be very specific. Use specific words. Don't use crisp answers, like if he's saying what a sunny day it is, and you say yes it is. No, don't be boring. Give a smile, give a little expressions, and then answer it in 1 or 2 lines. For round 1, you need to have an answers of 1 to 2 lines.
Remember, Gunveet, you told me that your speaking just started when you entered.
Yeah. This is the best thing I really want to share with you all.
Yeah.
That when the moment I entered the room, it was an hotel room for the people who have already given IELTS exam. IELTS speaking usually happens in hotel rooms. So the moment I entered, I was wearing 2 layers, and it was a hot sunny day, and the examiner directly jumped on asking me, why you are in 2 layers? And I started replying to him in a very normal way. Like I told him that I was feverish last night, I was having temperature last night, so I knew that there will be AC over here. Just to make myself comfortable, I am wearing 2 layers. So he said, I can switch off the AC if you want. So this is how the exam doesn't mean from the moment he starts recording and the moment he ends recording, this is only your exam time. No, the exam starts the moment you enter that room. Don't wait yourself that I'll sit on this chair, then he'll start asking me the question, and then my exam criteria will come into consideration. No, it is not like that. You need to be very prepared. You need to be very calm actually. Do not hype this thing that the examiner will be very rude, or he may torture you with questions, or he may distract you, because there's a myth also in the IELTS students that when the examiners are not friendly, they also ask tough questions and they make weird faces just to distract you, and they usually do this. They usually torture you during the cue card.
No, they are just human beings, right? And some students say they made weird faces. I don't know, it never happened to me, to any of us, the students which I have taught. But in exception, if it does, don't care, just give your exam na.
Yeah,
you should be having a smile, you should be confident.
Yes, focus on the cue card. Like obviously when we'll come to the round 2, I'll tell you, but focus on what is being asked. Just tell that, because recording is already played, that you are being recorded and you need to be fluent. Just talk with the chair that is in front of you. If the examiner has left the room or he has went to washroom,
it never happened.
But it will surely never happen. Because it has never happened. I don't know who has ever said this, but it will never happen. Rather, they are very friendly. You know what you
told me.
Yeah, it happened with me that the examiner was a woman. She was a lady, and she helped me while I was talking about my cue card. I just talked about everything, and I was about to end the cue card, but she told me that she gave me a signal that there is time. Speak up.
Yeah.
So they are very friendly. Even she was, communicating with me. She actually behaved like she was listening to me and she was enjoying talking to me. So give such expressions.
It's like one-to-one conversation, and they make the environment so peace and calm that all tension, it just flow away.
Yeah, be comfortable. Now let's talk about round 2.
Round 2, yeah.
Now in round 2, what actually happens? You are given a cue card is there. You are given with a question and the 3 follow-up questions. You are given you are provided with 1 minute time to prepare for that question, and 2 minutes are given after that one time to speak up. What you need to do is read that question very clearly. You need to have the basic idea what you need to say. Write keywords, write keywords
Yeah,
for those
hints.
hence we can say
Yeah.
hints for that question, and then write it down on the paper that has been given to you. While delivering the cue card, do cover the main things that you have written, because if you'll skip one of the question or one of the keywords, you will skip, you may be scored less on your bands. So be very particular that you are just giving the whole information that has been asked to you.
Basically, these are WH questions. What, when, why, how you felt, right? And
Yeah.
moreover, don't ask for any extra minute, because when you are given 1 minute to write down the hints, never ask for any extra minute. Ma'am, please can I have an extra minute for writing down my hints? It never happened.
It never happens, and now you will be given it.
Yeah.
So to cite an example for cue card, let's talk about cafe.
Yeah,
Usually
sure.
what happens when there's a question, a cafe you have recently visited, with whom you have visited,
Yeah.
will you visit it again, what
Yeah.
was your experience?
Yeah.
So usually what we see, the students start up with a cafe, they name it, I visited to this cafe on Thursday with my friend, I had a pizza, I had a coke or coffee,
Yeah.
because I love coffee. Then the topic just shifts to coffee.
They just start telling the features. You
Yeah.
need to,
You
add
need
a
to be-
situation.
Yes, they have asked you with whom you visited.
Yeah.
Will you visit it again?
Yeah.
What was the experience over there? So
Yeah.
you need to be very particular what type of cafe you have visited. Tell him when you have visited, with whom. Give an information about it. Now talk about the management, the ambience, the cuisine they
The
are providing,
waiters.
the waiter, the management, what kind of management they had, the service.
Yeah.
You like the service, that is why you will visit it again.
Yeah.
So you are covering everything that has been asked to you. So do not just have an idea that I need to keep on speaking. I
Yeah.
need to be fluent and I'll be scored good. No, your presentation, your ideas really matter.
Now let's move to part third questions.
Yeah. Now third round is about the follow-up questions, and you need to. It will be related to the cue card only.
Yeah.
They'll ask questions related to the same thing. If the cue card was about cafe, they'll another ask you something related to cafes or cuisines or anything related to it. Now you need to give elaborative answers. The answer should be of 3 to 4 lines, and you need to be very expressive. And if sometimes you repeat the information, right? Because in the cue card you have already told some things. Now you need to, you'll definitely have no other words or something. You may repeat. For this you need to use connectors or fillers. These words
So that you don't fumble.
for you. Yes, exactly. So the words that you can use are, let me think, like this. Just to have that extra minute or extra second to think, you actually say it.
Yeah.
Let me think. And if you can also, if you'll be able to you understand the question, but you need to have another time to think about it, you can ask the examiner to repeat the question again. Just ask him, may I can you please repeat the question?
Yeah. Kindly pardon, please.
Kindly pardon, so that you have that extra time to
Yeah.
think
Just
about
a
the
second for that. Yeah.
Yes. Now you can like if Manjot, I am asked a question and I need time, I can say, let me think. I was about to say this thing, but suddenly some other thing came up into my mind, and I forgot to tell you. This is what happened that day, right? You have connected and you have just covered up the time limit of the speaking test.
Yeah.
Now next comes, I can't quite remember what happened that day, but still I would like to tell you, right? Fillers like, I'm so grateful that you asked me this. I was about to tell you because I was very curious to tell you this. Like this. You need to be very friendly. Just talk friendly. Hand movements should be less. What I personally feel. Don't
do like this. Just be like this. Okay.
Yeah. A genuine gesture, a gesture like this, or you can place your hands on the table, and you even if you are not using the pencil, don't hold the pencil. It will not give a good impression. Or you are doing like to the examiner, you are doing like this. No, keep the pencil place your hands on the table and
Yeah.
you can do a certain moments like this, but not excess of that.
Be confident. That's
Yes.
it.
Do not be negative. Obviously, last but not the least, I would like to tell you, whenever there be a question asked to you and you do not have performed that activity, if they asked you any activity that have you done bungee jumping, if
Yeah.
you say I have not done it, or I have no idea, or
Just
I have
don't,
not,
finish the question.
don't finish the question. Say,
Yeah.
I've not done it, but I've certainly seen it and I wish to do it. It's one of my bucket list moment and I really want to do it, because the kind of curiosity or the kind of feeling while jumping into the mountains, anything you can talk. Do not be negative or say directly jump into the no answer. Say you have not done it, but you wish to do it, and use such words like bucket list moment. Use the word fantasy. This is my fantasy, or I wish to do it. Use such connectors and words so to score 8 in your IELTS listening.
Talking about fillers, I would like to add that when you are speaking a cue card, so when you are going to start a cue card, like you are going to introduce a cue card, what you could say is, I would like to tell you about this. Or you can even start with any journal line. Suppose there is something related book, so you can say books are the best friends, and here I would like to talk about a book which I read a few days back. So just don't directly start with the cue card. You can add some few lines, and which will ultimately cover your 2 minutes, and moreover add a conclusion also. Some people, they just stop talking, and examiners like, okay, they will speak more. So it's not like that.
Actually, be very specific when you start and when you end.
Yeah.
Give a hint, like
Give a
add
hint.
a tagline to it.
To conclude, I would
Yeah.
like to say this.
Yeah,
Right?
to conclude may sound like you are in the writing paper, but yes, in the nutshell, this is a word.
In a nutshell, and even you could say, suppose they talk you about a famous building, so you can end it like, so this was my famous building. That's
it. Yes.
Yeah.
This is how you need to be very specific about how to start and how to end your cue card
Cue
as
card.
well. Just to get them in the idea that you are about to finish.
Yeah, and one more thing, we have talked about part 1, part 2, part 3 questions, right?
Yeah.
But the most important thing is your expressions.
Oh, we forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the moment you enter the room and you sit, right? So they give you cue card, talk about a happy moment you have, and you're like, I was very happy on my last birthday. It happened. What is this? You have to be happy if you're talking about a
Yeah.
happy thing. So your expressions, your gestures, the way you sit, like this or like this, everything matters. They judge you on everything. Like you are sitting in an interview, you should be formal. So your gestures, the way you speak, have a smile, have eye contact.
Yes, you can't be like this
Yeah.
or anything that is not appropriate.
Yeah.
You cannot be. You need to be very particular. You need to be very sensitive.
Yeah.
And you need to be very sincere
Yeah.
for your interview, and you need to show it to the examiner if you want to score
So
well.
your expressions, they will tell that you are telling truth or not. Sometimes it happens, students say to me that, ma'am, this thing doesn't happen with me. Like if I say then talk about water sport, they said that I never did it. So
Yeah.
suppose when you do, what will you do? Like you
Yeah.
can just change the tense, and you can frame yourself. You can
Yes.
add a situation. They are not going to judge, okay, you are saying it right or not
Yeah,
wrong,
they are
right?
not judging you for that thing.
Yeah, they are not going
Even
to
if
cross check.
Yeah, even if you have not done it, just memorize it, or you can fake
you can
on
tell
it.
a lie,
Yeah,
definitely.
you can-
But if you are going to just like, okay, you speak a answer from a book, you have just cram it, they'll come to know quickly.
Yes, be a little just to beat that you have not crammed things. You
Yeah.
need to give expressions. You need to actually feel the way
Yeah.
when you speak. You need to feel
Feel
it
it.
as well. Do not be a dummy and just keep on saying things without giving expression, even without moving your hands or.
Imagine a movie without expression.
Yeah, definitely. The other person may feel bored and
Yeah.
he may say that you have crammed things, you have nothing
Go.
inside of you.
They'll tell in a bit that you are faking it, because they are sitting there from the morning to evening taking tests of thousands of students, so they have this eye to judge you. Okay, what have you learned, like from where you are speaking?
Yeah. Even if I've heard that the moment you enter the exam room, like the hotel room, and the moment you leave, they mark your bands.
Yeah.
This happens. The recording is just to cross check that whether the examiner has given you the required bands. He is not somewhere, marking a wrong, or he is biased or something. No, recording is just there to cross check. He'll mark your bands the moment you will leave that room, or the moment you will just leave the chair. So
The recording is for, like, sometime students, they fill for the revaluation.
yeah,
so that
it
is for the
just
proof.
for that purposes.
Yeah.
So do not just be there in the exam for the recorder. Be there for the examiner.
Yeah.
That's all for today.
Thank
Do
you so
subscribe
much.
to our channel. Hit the like button.
And follow us on Instagram for more updates. If you like the video, please share, comment, and any suggestions. And one more thing, one good news. Would you like to share?
There's a one good news for you all. We are giving 10 days free demo classes, and if you want to join those demo classes, email us on this email ID.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.